Hey BMX family, this is Matt from Vapor Trails Racing. We are here at your local BMX track, and we are here to go over your first time at the track, BMX Basics. Okay, so what does BMX stand for? BMX stands for Bicycle Motocross. Okay, this is a BMX bike. Okay, now when you roll into the track, you're going to hear a lot of people talking about BMX bikes, BMX parts. What does it all mean? You don't want to roll into the track and not know what the guys are talking about. Plus, it's going to help you out later on. So we're going to go over some of the BMX basics, okay? So we're going to start with the bike, okay? This is a typical 20-inch BMX bike. This is what's called your class bike. You're going to hear people talk about, are you racing class or are you racing cruiser? A cruiser is a 24-inch version of this bike. This bike has 20-inch wheels. The cruiser has 24-inch wheels. There's a couple other subtle differences, and we'll cover that in another video. But for right now, we're going to go over just some of the basic parts of a BMX bike and what you're going to hear at the track, okay? A lot of times you're going to hear, what frame are you riding? Well, what is a frame? All this is your frame, okay? There's different parts of the frame, okay? We're going to go front to back. This is your head tube. This is your top tube. And a lot of frames are divided by top tube length. You're going to see here Pro, Pro XL, Double XL, Mini, Junior, Expert. A lot of it has to do with the size of the frame, size of the top tube. This is your down tube because obviously it's slanted down. At the bottom of the down tube is your bottom bracket. Your bottom bracket has bearings that your crankset spins on. This is your seat tube because, as you can see, the seat is inside it, okay? These are what's called your stays. This is your chain stay because right here is your chain. This is your seat stay because right here is your seat. You're going to hear people talk about dropouts. What is a dropout? This is a dropout. It's where your rear wheel bolts into the back of your frame. And as you can see, each part of the frame, the front and the back, form a triangle. So this is your front triangle, this is your rear triangle. It's the basics of a BMX frame. We'll do another video getting into more intricate details of the frames. Next thing is a fork. So the next thing you're going to pair up with your frame is your fork, and your fork holds your front wheel, okay? Coming up from the fork in your head tube are your bearings that allow your handlebars to turn back and forth, and that is called your headset. Attached to your headset is your stem, and your stem clamps onto your handlebars. Then on your handlebars you have your grips. You have your brakes. Most BMX race bikes will only have a rear brake because that's really all you need. Some of them will have V brakes, some of them will have disc brakes, and we will go over the difference to those in a later video. Moving back, we have your crankset, and you're going to hear a lot of people say, what size cranks do you run? Typically, you're going to have 170 millimeter, 175 millimeter. That is the length of your crank arm. These are 172.5 millimeter. Attached to your cranks are your chain ring. So you're going to hear a lot about what gear do you run? What gear do you run? Typically, people are talking about your front chain ring here. Okay, you can change this chain ring out to change your gear ratios. Moving on back, we have your chain, which wraps around your rear cog. Your rear cog can be switched out to change your gear ratio as well, and we will go over that in a later video, okay? Here is your seat post clamp that keeps your seat post and your seat nice, tight, and straight. Typically in BMX, you'll see guys running their seats very low, and it's because you're not gonna sit down when you're racing. You want it low and you want it out of the way. Coming back to the rear wheel, we have your hub, your spokes, your rim, and your tires. that is pretty much the basics of BMX. We are going to make some more videos throughout the season, going into different parts of the bike in detail, some build videos, some teardown videos, some bike maintenance videos. But for now, if you watch this video over and over and over again and like and subscribe, you will know the basics of BMX the first day you roll into the track. This is Matt from Vapor Trails Racing saying goodbye, ride hard, keep the shiny side up, and most of all, have fun, like and subscribe.